Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that the stream does not cut out this morning. I really apologize ahead of time if it does, but one of these days we'll get everything all fixed and squared away. So we'll wait a few minutes as normal till YouTube does their job correctly, and then we will get going. All right, so there's going to be a couple stocks we're watching. What's up, Wizard Steen, my man, my brother, coming on and joining me here. Nice of you. There are going to be a few stocks that we keep an eye on. So again, we'll get started shortly. Just got to wait till the YouTube stream populates, and once YouTube, the multi-million-dollar company that is owned by Google, starts to do their job correctly. Hello. Hera. Good morning. Hopefully everybody had a good day yesterday. Ended up being a pretty good day on my end. Started off a little slow, a little questionable. Was up like $800 and then pretty much gave all my money back to like only being up $267. Felt like an idiot, so I decided to stop trading and call it a day. Made my recap video of me making 800 something bucks and then giving it all back to 260. And then when I got done recording that video, I looked at my computer screen and said that looks like a really good setup. So then I kept trading. And I ended up making about 1,700 bucks yesterday. So it ended up being a really good day. It was almost really shitty though. I mean, it wasn't really even shitty, but you know how it goes, right? Yeah, but again, this is typically kind of what happens to my trading in the winter. I normally just end up having bigger winning days. Granted, I have been taking a pretty decent share size lately, but normally in the winter I'll see bigger returns and bigger winnings than I will throughout the summer, and that should be expected for pretty much most traders. There's more volatility, more movement. Stocks move better in the winter time. It's just more activity. In the summertime, it gets a little slow. You don't get as big a follow through at the moves. So in the summertime, I'll usually be more mindful of how the stocks move. So I just don't anticipate of making as much money or making as big of trades, meaning when I get in a trade, I don't expect it to jump $3-4. I'm expecting it maybe to jump 30-40 cents at most, $1 at most. So I'm very quick with the trades in the summer, it seems like. But anyways, I mean, I know the ABCD pattern like the back of my hand, and so I probably trade it more often than I even know, because if I see an ABCD pattern, I'm not, if it really sticks out to me like an ABCD, I'll mention it as an ABCD. If it doesn't really stick out as an ABCD pattern but just looks bullish, then I'll just trade it, and it probably was an ABCD. But yes, I am aware of what you're asking, and yes, I have traded it multiple times. I don't even know how UMAR ASAF is, and if they're making $100,000 a day, then they're trading with tons of money. And then the days where they're not making 100K, they're losing 100, 200, 300K, without a doubt. So Andy, right? So in this account that's pretty much on my screen, this is my day trading account. So I don't do long-term investing in this account. All my long-term investing and short-term income trading all stay separate. I recommend that you do that. Try and keep your long-term investments separate from your short-term. It'll just make things much easier come tax time. And if I bought, like in Robinhood, right? If I owned Apple today and I never sold Apple and I made $20,000 over the course of the last 20 years, I wouldn't pay any money on those gains until I sell Apple. So if you have an account that's all long term and you just keep buying things and never selling, and you make money or lose money or whatever, but you just never sell, then you're never even going to have to fully report it as income made, and you'll never have to worry about it until you actually withdraw the money, essentially sell your shares. Then you'll pay taxes on them, which will be about 10%. Short term is very simple. At the end of the year, you can get your broker statement or just look at how much money you lost or how much money you made throughout the year. And then you're just going to pay taxes on that money according to your tax bracket, which is based on your personal income level. So if you make $500,000 in a year and then you make another $100,000 trading, you're pretty much going to pay 36 to 40% of all the money you make trading to the government, because they're friendly and they love you and they try to help you succeed in life. And the best way that they know to help you succeed is by taking 40% of your wealth for some people. Okay. Any tips for morning workflow? Wendy Brown, and also guys, that I will have by the time we're back up and on I won't be on Friday. I'm not going to be trading Friday. I'm just taking the day off Friday. Not even going to trade. But by next week Monday, the original streaming setup will be back on, so you guys can see my beautiful face. But your question about morning workflow, that's interesting. I kind of go through like a phase of morning workflow myself. Like some mornings I'll be up extra early, then some mornings I'll be up not early at all. And so, at the end of the day, it really comes into, I think you just got to find a habit of things that you like to do that work well for you. And so I would love to be more consistent with like my working patterns, but what naturally happens with me is I'll go through like a month period of just killing it in every aspect, whether it's trading, going through emails, going through direct messages, doing YouTube videos, all sorts of different things that are work related. I'll kill it for like a month. And then like I'll get burned out and I'll kind of like, like do 50%, 75%, next month. And then I kind of re-energize my batteries. So I myself have never been able to find a perfect balance where I just feel like I can always go full steam ahead at work, full steam ahead with friends, socializing, paying bills, just being a person, being a human. I've never been able to find the comfortable balance between social life, having drinks or, going to parties, working. I've never been able to find the perfect balance, right? So I probably am not the best person to ask for total workflow tips, but, that's just it for me. All right, I'm going to get to a couple more questions, but let's run through a couple things here, right? So Roku. I'm already long Roku this morning, by the way. I bought 100 shares pre-market, which I don't really very often trade pre-market, but I'm like, you know what? I think Roku's going to rip today. So if you were on the stream yesterday, I can't remember if we were doing it in the private group or if we're here in the stream talking about it, but I believe yesterday I even said that I would want to be more bearish on Roku until we start getting up to 165 or over this level. I pretty much was not going to be long bias Roku until we're getting over this top. Now that we've gotten over that top, we've created kind of a bullish pennant breaking out scenario, right? So that was it. We had rolling down, right? We were rolling down here. We were rolling down here. Yesterday we held, squeezed really hard, then we created a U shape up. So we completely reversed the direction on the U's. So we're going U down to U up. And so we've completely changed that bias and that momentum from what I believe to have been bear to bull instantly yesterday. And so today I think it's very likely we see a breakout long day on Roku and it rips to, Roku, what did we do yesterday? 158 to a high of 164, so about 6 points. If Roku really wants to break out today, 6-7 points easy. If it did that yesterday without even breaking out, then it can, and if it really wants to be breaking out today, then I would say, we'd see, 166, 170. I think we see all-time highs today, possibly on Roku, right? If it really wants to break out, that's a very, very likely outcome, see all-time highs. So a freaking 10-point move on Roku, I think, is very possible. Next thing you know, it's probably going to drop 10 points. I'll look like an absolute jackass. But anyways, if it really wants to break out, we should see 5, 6, 7 points to the upside. Maybe even the all-time high today. But I really like the way Roku was set up from yesterday into this morning. If it can hold is the main question. Can it sustain? Is today really the day that it wants to break out? We'll see. Don't know for sure, but all we can do is play the probability, and the probability right now is favoring the upside. Okay. So Roku, watch that long, right? So pretty much the go-to easy play for most people is going to be a long over the pre-market high. We already have kind of like a small double bottom here pre-market with a very significant bounce. So you could watch this level 166.03, or even watch 165, because 165 again is the previous breakout level, right? That was the previous top. So 165 would be the breakout level, and Roku might even want to drop down to 165, confirm that level first, and then bounce on the day. So, I'm long 100 shares, down a little bit pre-market. I'd be willing to let my trade go against me all the way down to 165, maybe a bit lower on the 100 shares, just to test the 165 of the previous breakout, see if we want to hold, see if we want to stay. If it can't, then I take it off. But yeah, I'd be willing to do that on Roku today. Okay. All right, so that's Roku. Really, that is the only thing that I was really going to be trading. Twitter, I think even yesterday we talked about Twitter briefly. Twitter, I'm currently long on here from yesterday with 300 shares of about $116. So this is a swing trade that was sent out in our private group already. But anyways, we started getting in that yesterday. This is working pretty decent. I think it was yesterday we said to mention watching Roku or Twitter long for a swing trade, whether it was here or somewhere or anywhere, but Twitter's a long swing trade for us. We really want to see it up to 32, 33, 34. So I think that's going to continue having a long day today. I don't think it's going to be like a monster ripping day, but I do think it'll be a long day, or over the course of the next 2-3 weeks, we should see more long bias movement on Twitter. So we're along that. That's something that obviously we're watching today. There's a couple other things that are moving that were I don't know. I didn't really care for much today. Trying to think of anything off the top of my head that I know I looked at earlier that was here or something else. These are some things that I'll just point out, right? So they're not earnings plays today, but something that I always do naturally is watch the earnings report or stocks that reported earnings the previous day. So if we look back, we know that Best Buy reported yesterday. We know that Dick's Sporting Goods reported yesterday. We know that NTNX reported yesterday. We know that DLTR reported yesterday. We know that PANW reported yesterday. We know HP, blah, 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 blah. So we know all these stocks reported yesterday. They had good volatility yesterday. Occasionally that volatility, the momentum, will carry over into the next day for another pretty decent trading day. So at this point, I would be watching BBY. I would be watching Best Buy, Dick's Sporting Goods, and DLTR, and maybe PANW. Those would be the three ones that I'd watch, or four of them. So either Best Buy, Dick's Sporting Goods, Dollar Tree, and PANW, Palo Alto. Those would be the four that I would watch from the previous day. So that's what you can do if you're ever feeling you're having a day where you don't have that many great stocks to watch that are just kind of moving around. Then you can always resort back to any stocks that you're watching the previous day from earnings reports. So this is a good way to kind of add filler to your watch list of things that might be good or have a good trading day. Okay. Something else that's moving today is SFET. It's awkward, is super awkward. Big squeeze up, big drop down, big bounce up. This is just a monster developing pattern right now, and it still has the potential to be good. Earlier, I wasn't going to mention it, and I wouldn't have mentioned this until we started getting this move up, because without that move up, pre-market, you're saying this bounce, then it basically has no hope. There's zero hope for SFET if it didn't start bouncing this morning. So right now, would I want to be long on it? Absolutely not. I would definitely not be buying this at all. No way in hell, right? Is it possible that it becomes a good stock for the day? Absolutely. So what would Connor, myself, not because I'm a genius or that I'm the best trader in the world, but trading for myself. If I wanted to make money today trading anything and I was maybe going to trade SFET, what would have to happen for the stock, or what would the stock have to do for me to consider trading it or thinking it's going to be good, right? So what I see is obviously we have a move up, right? So if we look at this move up, we can just make this one big ass leg, right? And I don't have my drawing tools, but I'll just use these, right? So we'll do this. We'll actually change the properties on these real quick to like 5, just for now. Save as default. Okay. All right, so we got that move up there. Then we had a pretty decent pullback here. And we got a move like that. And then we had a big move down. And then we based out here. So we're getting a bounce, which is good. But we want this bounce to go all the way up to here. If we can get all the way up to there, then we pull back to here. Then I would say we have a good chance at potentially wanting to trade this long. For a inverse head and shoulders bullish pennant breakout scenario. Okay, that is the formation that you'd want to see, or I'd want to see on that stock to give me the sense of wanting to go long. Will that happen? I have no idea. But if it does happen, I will most likely trade that long. Okay? So there's a lot of what ifs there, but that's what your brain, right? As a trader, you need to be able to get your mind and your brain to see it like that. To be able to look at something and go, we've done this, we've done that. If we can do this and we can do that, then this is what's going to happen. You need to be able to see potential future outcomes. You don't have to be able to predict the future, but you have to have an understanding of what could happen and what should happen if what could happen happens. I wrote that quote. It's kind of crazy. So remember this. Trading is not about knowing the future. It's about knowing what could happen what should happen if what could happen happens. That is literally a quote to live by in trading. So anyways, that's what's going on with SFET there. All right. Now I'm going to take the time to kind of go over a couple questions and what have you. Okay. Mother. Once you recognize certain patterns, such as a cup and handle, double bottom, do these patterns dictate if a stock is going bullish or bearish? Yeah, I mean, they do, sort of. What dictates a stock going bullish or bearish are buyers and sellers. Buying and selling is what dictates all movement of stocks at the end of the day. A pattern is what can give people an extra edge on which direction they believe it's going to go, and then you might get self-fulfilling prophecy. But yeah, to answer your question, yes, those patterns do help stocks move one way or the other. Why did I stop trading penny stocks? You made a lot of money initially off them. Then maybe I missed a previous live stream. See a few trades once they start making big money. Nope, I still do trade penny stocks. I just became very selective on the ones that I want to trade. So pretty much I only trade the best penny stocks. I don't trade anything else. So unless the penny stock pretty much meets the ultimate requirements of good penny stocks, then I'll just leave it alone, because I know that there's no point of me risking my money on shitty stocks to try and maybe make money. I'm better off just being patient, and more disciplined to only trade the best of the best penny stocks where I'd have the best opportunity of making the most money, right? And other than that, then I won't trade them. I can go trade a large cap stock, which I know that I'll most likely always make money on because it's always going to move. And that's the problem with penny stocks that I've learned over the course of so many years, is that most penny stocks are shit. Most penny stocks move like shit. Most penny stocks you don't want to trade. So if you don't want to trade most penny stocks, that means you shouldn't be trading most penny stocks. So how do we still trade penny stocks if we're not going to trade any? Well, you trade only the selective of the most select few. And again, since most penny stocks move like shit and don't move very good at all, you're going to be struggling with your trading. So there's no point of trading something that might move when you know you could trade something like Netflix, Nvidia, BABA that will almost guarantee move every single day a good amount of money. Because that's it. When you're trading penny stocks, you're trying to figure out which one of these penny stocks is going to have a good move for the day. I can go look at Netflix, Nvidia, Facebook, Google. They're all going to move. I don't have to question whether or not they're going to move. I already know that. The only thing that's in question is whether or not I'm going to suck at my job today and lose money, or I'm going to do good and trade accurately. So you eliminate a part of the problem, right? First problem is, can I actually trade successfully today? Second problem is what I'm trading going to actually be worth trading today? Or am I going to be trading something shitty? 90% of penny stocks are shitty. So 90% of the time, you'd most likely be looking at something that is shitty unless you have a very keen and very strict set of rules for which penny stocks you trade, which only leads you into trading good ones, which is exactly the way that I do that. I only trade penny stocks I really feel are going to be good. Any thoughts on SPY ripping up, tearing up, market melt up? We're going to the last phase of our bull market. Transition to higher. Okay, seems to be less stressful for that. What do you think about BNGO? Haven't seen BNGO, but I'll take a quick look. Last time I traded BNGO not too long ago. Well, actually, it was quite a while ago. I don't like BNGO. I'm not a big fan of it so far. Yeah, I'll pass on that. Not a good stock for right now. Okay. BABA, yeah, I mean, we can take a look at BABA. Nonetheless, I'd be long bias BABA. I'm not even going to look at it. I'd be long bias BABA today first before trying to be short. Am I going to hold Roku for Friday? Probably not going to hold Roku for Friday. Is dividends passive income, or does it get taxed? Well, of course, dividends. Well, first off, dividend is income. That is in fact income. So yes, you would essentially be paying taxes on that income of dividends, because dividends come in the form of money, income, right? They're paid out to you. And then you can choose to reinvest the dividend money if you'd like, but yes, that is income. Could I take a look at CRNT? It already sounds kind of iffy. And it is. Yeah, I mean, so you'd want to watch CRNT and only be long on CRNT if you can get up and over $2. That's it. Over $2, be long on it. Below $2, I wouldn't even trade it. DE short today. So they had earnings. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you could follow it. Will it turn into a short? Maybe. I already really don't like the formation of the down move here so far in John Deere. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I really couldn't give you a good enough answer on this one quick enough. I would follow it if the right setup happens. Like, what I'm saying is, I don't see any formation that I can totally get behind right now. If something's set up intraday that I can recognize, sure, then I'd short it. But as for right now, I don't see any formation that I'm truly crazy about that would give me the instant idea to short. Victor, yeah, this is live. Being human is rough. You're doing well, man. Hang in there. Interesting. You did, yeah. CCXI. CCXI, I'd watch CCXI both long and both short bias. Is there news on Roku? I don't think so. You are gay? I am gay? Question. That is really only something that you'd be able to figure out for yourself if you are gay or not. And if you are, wear it with pride. Nobody else is going to tell you that you shouldn't. Or maybe they are, and those people can go, fuck off, okay? Do whatever you want to do in this life. Be whomever you want to be, okay? 165 is the number. Just join. Stamps, Baba, Lyft, Uber. Haven't looked at Lyft. Haven't looked at Uber in a while. Haven't looked at Stamps in a while. But Best Buy just had earnings yesterday. Let's see. Good morning, Connor. Is this message? Happy Thanksgiving, bro. You for the live always learn so much. Appreciate it, Mr. Days R9. Appreciate it. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well. I will be watching CCXI, both long and both short bias. Whichever way it gives me a definitive move today, I'll probably trade. But for right now, I'm more on the bear side. Haven't looked at it in a while either. Hey, what would you say the best way to leave a trade is? Because I can't size down because I'm out of the future. What would you say the best way to leave a trade is besides sizing down? I can't size down because I'm under PDT. You really don't have much options then. If you're under PDT, you're pretty much do or die. You buy and then you sell. So you really don't have the luxury or the leisure of being able to size out. That's just it. You don't have many options, honestly. Washout long, red to green, cup and handle, and reacting highs. LK. Haven't looked at LK today. I'm willing to look at that. LK. LK solid bounce back midday. That would have to have happened from some type of news release. So what time was that? That was at 12:44. Yesterday was at 26. Oh, there was nothing. Interesting. I would still primarily be watching this long bias. I don't know if it's ready to go right now. We had a pullback day yesterday, but anyways, I'm still long bias on LK for right now. The only thing that concerns you about being long right now is we do have a definitive bearish divergence, which would be from here to here and there to there. It's actually more of not a bearish divergence. It's questionable. But anyways, I'm still watching long bias on LK for right now. Baba, watch Baba long buys. I sold my premium yesterday and was agreeing for the first time in 9 months. Thought I was standing Uber left. Nice job, Ken. Why I love it. I only started with 125, so penny stocks work for me right now. How much do you suggest having in your account when joining your classes? So Chris, that's kind of a detailed question. I can't get to right now. You should send me an email or just join our Discord group and send me that message in a direct message. It'll be much easier for me to get back to you with a legit answer. So you can check out the description of this video. There will be a link that will take you to our chat room. Pretty straightforward. Then just send me a message. Robbie, no problem, brother. No problem. What do I think about HEPA? I have no idea. So SFET long, potentially. It's still premature in its setup. VMW long, did they have earnings? I think they did, and I didn't even look at it. But if that's their earnings so far, I'd watch them long bias. Yeah, I'd watch VMW long bias right now. Good answer, good answer. Laugh out loud. Just woke up. Do we have a good volume today? We're probably going to have some lower volume today because it's the day before Thanksgiving. Robbie Crash live trading link. Yeah, the live trading link is provided at our website when you join into our premium trading group. Switch to a cash account. You could switch to a cash account. Go pack go. What's your account size? My account size is about $30,000 of my own money, and I get 4-to-1 leverage. So on average, I can use about $100,000 of trading every single day if I choose to use the margin or not. I usually keep my account around 30 grand of my own money. Like the video, y'all. Yeah, everybody, like the video, why don't you? Gosh, I get on here every single morning, spill my hearts out to you guys, and you never even give me a like. Jesus. Just kidding. Do whatever you want to do. Arrowhead Farm, AWAR. How much money did you make this year in 2019 in Amazon? And what is your largest position you ever taken in equity account? I love your daily humor. How do you get margin with TD? Oh my goodness. Holy cow. All right. Do got to run because it's 9 o'clock and that's the time to take off. But that was a good morning. That was a fun little speed round there. There's nothing more to say about Roku. Maybe there is. Let me take a quick peek. But this is our main one to watch today. And I'm down 46 bucks. Perfect. Fantastic. Well, so far I'm not liking what it's doing. It's kind of showing. Well, I guess, it is what it is. Whenever you want them to break out pre-market, they never break out pre-market. Now, whenever you wait to see if they'll break out in the morning, then they finally break out. But anyways, yeah, we'll be watching this closely. There's nothing more to say. Long over pre-market high, maybe long off the 165. But anyways, that's all we got for you guys today. Everybody take care. Have a great day. And I will see you guys all probably Monday morning. All right, guys. Take care.